You ever wonder what happens when love crosses a border and the government wants a mountain of paperwork before it says yes? Same-sex spouses chasing an immigrant visa deal with almost the exact same rules as anyone else now? And honestly, that is one of the few times bureaucracy actually got the memo on fairness. It all starts with something called Form I-130, which is basically you telling Uncle Sam this relationship is real and not just a rom-com plot twist. The petitioning spouse, meaning the one who is already a citizen or green card holder, has to file this to prove the marriage is legit and legally recognized. Here is the plot twist nobody expects. The marriage has to be legally valid in the place where it happened, not where you currently live. So if you got married in a country that still treats same-sex marriage like a controversial group chat topic, you might need to get creative about where you tie the knot. Once that I-130 gets approved, it heads over to the National Visa Center, which sounds like a secret government lair but is really just a very intense filing cabinet. They collect your documents like birth certificates, police records, and enough forms to make a tree cry. You also need something called an affidavit of support, which is basically the sponsoring spouse promising the government their partner will not end up needing food stamps. Financially speaking, it is like signing a permission slip, except the stakes are someone's entire immigration status. Now here comes the interview, the part that stresses people out more than a final exam they forgot to study for. A consular officer sits across from you asking questions about your relationship history, trying to figure out if you actually know your spouse's coffee order, or if this is a scam. This is where couples sometimes trip up. Not because the relationship is fake, but because nerves make people forget basic details. Officers are trained to spot inconsistency, so honestly, the best strategy is just relaxing and answering like you are catching up with an old friend, not defending a court case. Historically speaking, this process did not always exist for same-sex couples. Before 2013, federal law completely blocked recognition of these marriages for immigration purposes, thanks to a law called DOMA. Then the Supreme Court struck that down, and suddenly the immigration system had to catch up fast, like a substitute teacher realizing the syllabus changed overnight. Ever since then, same-sex married couples have had the same visa pathway as anyone else, which honestly should have been the plot twist from the start. A lot of people confuse fiancé visas with spousal visas, thinking they are interchangeable, but they are not. Fiancé visas are for couples who are not married yet and plan to marry within 90 days of arrival, while spousal visas are for people already legally married. Processing times can feel like waiting for a package that says it will arrive in 2 days but secretly takes 2 months. Some cases move fast, others get stuck in something called administrative processing, which is the immigration version of your food order getting stuck in the kitchen. One common misunderstanding is thinking unmarried partners qualify the same way spouses do. Unfortunately, the government still wants that official marriage certificate, so long-term partners without marriage often need a completely different visa strategy. The real lesson here is preparation beats panic every single time. Gathering documents early, being honest in interviews, and understanding the timeline can save you from unnecessary stress and expensive mistakes. Immigration law constantly shifts depending on politics, court rulings, and international relationships, so staying updated matters more than people realize. This is exactly why so many couples choose to work with an immigration attorney instead of trying to piece together government instructions like assembling furniture with missing screws. If any of this got you curious or slightly overwhelmed in the best way, you want to learn more about how we help couples through this process? Check out our links in the description to explore everything we offer.